So my van, it's probably not the air conditioning. I did fill my radiator up with water, and I had filled it up in town, and it was still almost empty. I just dumped a whole bunch of water in, putting water in my van so that I can put it back in. Brake fluid seems okay. Put some in the engine coolant thing. Windshield washer hasn't worked in years. I appear to have enough oil. I don't know how to check the transmission fluid. I'm going to talk to this mechanic. There's only one mechanic in town that can probably handle everything, and there's another one that's going to open up. I hope I can even make it to town. See, this is the thing is, you know, having only one vehicle, being alone, not knowing anything, because a normal person would know how to do this. I had to ask her advice from my friend who's here, how to get the radiator cap off, because you have to push it down, and I didn't know when to push it down. So it's a little frustrating. It took a couple hours to get that done. Is that true? Yeah, almost about an hour and a half. And I got other shit I have to do. So I should have 2 vehicles here. I should have more people. It is ridiculous that I've pushed myself this far for 18 years being the only person responsible. Now, I've not been alone for 18 years. I've been alone for a lot of 18 years. I also duct taped up that hose. So that should help out. Also, for camera stuff and being online, I need to have somebody here so that they can do camera work as well. A 2-person camera team is way better than a 1-person one, and a 3-person camera team is way better than that, because then you can have 2 people on camera talking. And the other confounding factor here is I don't want to be near people. I'm still in COVID quarantine, you know, and people here don't care about that at all, and that's okay for them, but I'm fine as long as I'm isolated in the woods. But if anything happens, like if I have a medical thing, which I actually do have a medical thing I need surgery on, I got these 5 gallons of water, so I'll bring one of those. This is old water. And I'm barely strong enough to carry a 5-gallon thing of water, so I'm a weakling. I'm an ignorant weakling with no backup and no funding. That's not true. I get about $200, and then when I tell people I'm totally desperate, I sometimes get more. I've had 4 donations that were $500 or more. But that is not enough to maintain 83 acres of a place. 83 acres where trees fall down over roads, shit dies, I'm supposed to vaccinate and sterilize animals. My chickens are all dead now. I can't fix fences. Having firewood is hard to do. It's 47 degrees in the house at night, which is fine. 47 is not that bad, but it's not that great either. Fuck. Everything's dirty, including me. I'm lonely, frustrated. I like to someday think that there'll be a woman in my life again, or 3. The dogs are fine. They're kind of crazy fuckers. And I got my list of shit I'm actually supposed to be getting done, but the van, it looks like, is going to take priority. And because I'm quarantined, I can't even take a taxi home if my van isn't going to be ready today. And this mechanic is very popular because he's good. Fuck. My legs are killing me. Whenever anybody asks me about my legs, I tell them I'm like around 85%. It's a lie. I'm on my computer a lot trying to figure out how I'm going to survive, because that's my number one survival path, is being on my computer. And I haven't been having people here because as soon as I have people here, the amount of work I have to do increases radically and I can't get anything done. And they have to be managed. I used to have a team of local guys. It was great. They were fantastic. And I'd like to do that again. So maybe my solution here, which way should I go? I'll go the shitty way. No, I'll go the better way that's longer. And I'm hoping I don't squish a fucking puppy here, because the puppies are not really that bright. They're ignorant. They're very smart. Very smart puppies. My van leaks. Everything's broken or stolen. I had a bunch of tools stolen over time because I've hired a variety of people. It's pretty easy to walk off with a tool, and I have no time to inventory every goddamn thing. So if this place is going to work, I need other people. Get out of my way! Get! God, I really don't want to squish a fucking puppy. There they are. They're all over there. Good. Fucking puppies. I'm sorry, that sounds really negative, but the thing is that, God damn it! And 5 gallons of water just broke and spilled all over the van. The thing is, I have to have other people in charge of anything. Food. I'm in charge of the fucking food. I can barely feed myself. Fucking goddamn it. See, the thing is, these Garrafonas of Agua, these 5-gallon things of water, are 5 years old. No, they're more than 5 years old. Some of them, they're very old. And so this one just broke completely because I don't have a fucking container for it. I have one over there. All right, so we can screw the water. It's already fucking spilled. No point crying over spilled water. And of course I need water because I might lose the water on the way to town. And then I'm running too hot. Fuck. And I would have more people here if I could trust anyone. I get people contacting me all the time to come here. Every one of them is an asshole that wants to take. They want to pay nothing. Live out their little fucking fantasy at my expense. And I don't have anything left to give. I'm not making it. The things I do to survive, I don't even want to say. Because I'm not surviving just on the donations. I can't even buy dog food on that. I can't pay for internet. And of course, every person that comes here wants internet. It's very important that they be able to work online while they supposedly volunteer here. It's extremely frustrating. All right, let's try this again with the water. And of course, I shouldn't be on the computer all the time. I should be working out. I should be doing more physical work, carrying firewood, and doing stuff like carrying water, and making my body super strong. I'm now over 50, and my body's going to just keep getting weaker unless I start doing more work. And it's really hard to do work alone with shitty tools in very difficult conditions when I already have way too much to do and I'm basically depressed. And then I read the fucking news about what's happening to the world, what assholes people are. Don't break, don't break, don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break. God. Fucking motherfuck. And I have bad nutrition. Fucking motherfucker. It's just constant. And there's always something breaking. I have a roof about to fall down. One already did fall down. Internet goes out all the time. Trying to get a Starlink dish that was sent I guess it was only 3 weeks ago, but it takes a long time to get shit here. And the kind of people who criticize me for not being all successful, they can just order something on Amazon if they want. And they actually have social lives. I've been in a restaurant twice in the last 5 years. Or 4 years, I don't even know. My sense of time is so fucked. I am so fucked up. And I had a cup of coffee once, and the other time I had a pizza. And you know, if I can make it through today, if I'm confident that I can return today, I think I'm going to order a pizza in town, because I haven't done that in years at that place. A big one, and I'm going to pig out on it. Because I'm sick of the food that I make for me. It's so boring. There's pasta and tomato shit. Alright, so I'm driving. Just waiting for something else to be fucked up and wrong. The van's falling apart. It's a Dodge Ram 1997. Dodge Ram 3500. It's a great van. It's been through hell. I put it through so many adventures at Burning Man and the desert. Here. Fuck you, motherfuckers! Keeping the roads clear is amazingly hard. Now I've got a fucking puppy that's going to try and follow me to town or get squished by my wheels. Fuck you! Fuck you! Last thing I need right now is a dead puppy. Everything's growing over, which is fantastic. Wildlife is increasing. There's an increasing amount of wildlife. And that is because I'm improving the environment. The ecological environment is a big success here. I don't care about me at all. That's why I'm willing to put up with all this shit. But I'm failing to make the place be a success for after I die. And I almost did die. So I need to do something really quick. I need to do like big crowdfunding or have the kind of market where people actually pay to come here. But I'm not going to run like pseudo-spiritual workshop bullshit things, which is that's how you make a lot of money. I could run a permaculture school, that'd be fine. And I would run one that was more expensive. And what I could do with that, this is not a bad idea, is help people crowdfund their own permaculture experience here. That would be really great. Because then they're paying too much, but they're not individually paying too much. And the Bosque gets enough to survive and thrive. I can then start building housing so that next winter I have warm housing for people. I can get sponsors, which would lower the cost for people, and be broadcasting really important information about how we can change the world and actually save it. And I have some ideas for some applications to do that with, some computer applications. That 3 of them that would radically help us as tools to literally save the world. Because that's what we got to do. Because things are going to hit the fan real quick here. COVID was nothing by comparison to what's about to happen. Anyway, wish me luck. I'm headed into town. So I'm trying to think about how I'm going to do this. I have some boxes from Amazon I need to pick up. And it's way too much to carry. Supplies so I can eat and survive. And Amazon seems to be the more reliable way I can actually get shit now that I can finally have stuff arrive. If that guy continues to be willing to accept packages for me. Now, if I take my van to the mechanic, then I may lose my van because it may not be done today. In which case, I'm stuck in town and either stay at a hotel, which is a fucking bizarre idea and will confuse the hell out of my dogs. I don't want to do it. I could try and walk 5 kilometers home, which is a long way for me to walk uphill to get home, and then have to walk back down later. That's okay, I need exercise. If I get the packages, put them in the van, then I could, and the van's not ready, then I could have a taxi them to a friend's house in town here or anywhere. And luckily I have enough cash in my pocket to do this. There have been times when I've only had 40 pesos. That's about $2. And so in this case, I'm actually in a better position than I've been in for some time. Fucking Jesus Christ. Oh. God. I fucking hate my lifestyle. People think it's a fantasy to live out here, and it was. It was great when I had money and when everything wasn't broken, including me. Now I just feel constant risk because that's what I have. There's no plan B. And why am I doing any of this? Why? For who? And now I've got a bad attitude because I'm so frustrated. I'm frustrated that I don't have more support in doing it, and I'm frustrated I can't do more things that would give me more support, like build a room-sized solar dehydrator, or a billion cool science things, or agricultural experiments. Get more plants in here. God damn, there's probably $10,000 worth of plants I'd like to get in here. And those are not for just decoration. Those are individual, or a few plants of each kind to reproduce, which means you have to have labor to reproduce them. So I'm not just trying to live in the forest by myself like a happy little hermit. That is not at all the point. If that's going to be the fucking case, I'm leaving. I'm going to buy a hot tub again, go to a restaurant, live in the city. Fuck. Have some kind of pleasure. This is about the opposite of pleasure as there can be. Fucking motherfuckers. Good, at least the dogs stayed home. Frida used to follow me into town, and then I'd have to decide to ditch her there or take her to town. And in this case in particular, I don't want to take her to town because I got shit to do that is not puppy compatible. And I've been very bad about asking for help. I've been bad about writing up. I gotta keep driving before this thing fucks up. All right. Emergency brake. I got to write up my projects, but I've stopped even being motivated. I just lay there and drink too much, and I watch videos. I watched Alone, which was a great show. I watch TV shows, which I feel guilty about, although I don't feel guilty about watching Alone because it's so relevant to what I'm doing with my life. Luckily, I don't live in that cold of an environment where they film that. The van is a huge problem. The van is gonna die. My tires are old. Today, at least, if things work out today, and they might, today I might be able to get a tune-up. I might be able to get my brake fluid checked, which I think is okay. I might be able to get an oil change. I might be able to get my transmission fluid checked. My tire, one of my tires looks a little low. I just filled it the other day, so I might even need a tire fixed or changed. I have a spare. And I have all these great visions about what this place could be, but I'm so burned out, lonely, and it's been so many years since I've actually had positive social interactions. I mean, I can't remember the last time that I had anything intimate that I enjoyed. The kind of people who are attracted here that don't want to pay are difficult often. And then breaking my legs was a pain in the ass. I broke both my legs, both my femurs in 2 places each. That's a very, very severe injury and not comfortable. So I was out of commission for a while. My dogs didn't know where the hell I even went since I was missing for 8 months. It took me 8 months to get back to the forest. because the forest is a very hard place to live. Now, if I could find good people, if I could find people I could trust, who were kind, who were intelligent, who didn't want to be in charge of me or my life, who wanted to fit in with the vision of the Bosque, which perhaps I haven't communicated well enough, although I've made plenty of videos and I've written quite a bit. Fucking motherfucker! What is going on? Oh, that's a different water thing, right? And just people that have an extra set of hands, you know? And it's hard enough just to run a house, you know, to run one house. But to have a whole bunch of buildings and a whole bunch of trails, and I have fucking wildlife on my roof at night that's noisy. And I have community relations I need to manage. That takes a surprising amount of time. You know, I live near a small town, and there's people who I need to interact with and help out and do things. There's taxes I'm behind on. And there's times I just want to fucking relax! Because I'm not relaxed at all. I'm either depressed or stressed out. One of the two. That's all I got. Alright, what am I doing here? So we're going downhill. I'll switch into a lower gear. Not use the brakes. I'm not sure why. I don't care about the brakes right now. And this COVID thing has been really annoying because I don't want to touch anybody, which means I can't do anything. And half the people that want to come want to control that, like they want to get right in my face because they think I'm afraid of COVID and that I'm an asshole and I'm a tool of the government because I'm afraid of this disease. But I do believe the disease exists. I can believe that at the same time I'm against mandatory vaccinations, you know. And people now are getting COVID over and over again. Pavement. Well, sort of pavement. This is town. It's bumpy pavement. But I'm happy about it. There's a friend of mine. I put on my fucking seatbelt. God damn it. And there's background stressors of all kinds. Fuck out of my way. Building supplies in the road. It's like driving through an obstacle course around here. Especially in town, which is where I'm going. And the street I'm going to is actually really narrow. And so I don't even know how the guy's going to work on my van on that street. So anyway, that's some of my frustrations, and it just adds up. And of course, people online don't know shit about doing what I'm doing, so they always give me dumbass advice like meditate, which I'm not gonna fucking do. I do my own mental work. I've done it for years, and I'll do what the fuck I want to. I hate religious people so much. And I didn't start out that way, and I don't really hate them, I suppose, in some sense. But I don't consider them sane. Not religious people, theistic people who want to push their God on everybody else. Now I got to get onto a bigger road, so I'm out of here. Goodbye. Okay, so here's a report on my strange day so far. I'm a little calmer now. It would appear that the tubes that we're talking about right here is for the heating on the van. It's for the heating, and one split, and it's actually for heating on the left side inside. They're not relevant, except that if I'm losing water, it's still coming out of the radiator, and it's being used to heat up the inside of the van. Now, I never heat up the inside of the van. I don't travel in cold conditions. I don't use air conditioning because that's been broken for years, or heating. So the question then is to how not to get it to leak. And I have tape on it at the moment. It still leaks. And what the doctor here has suggested is to put potentially a U-shaped copper thing in here and then just tie it in. And that would circumvent both the right and the left heating systems. The other one would still exist. What's convenient is that he's checking out the transmission fluid, the engine fluid, and the brake fluid, which is great because I don't want those to mess up. And I never get this thing checked. I never drive it. I mean, for quite a while I was driving it every 6 weeks or so. So anyway, the most stressful part of my day is over, although I still have the looming frustration that eventually this van is going to die, especially if I don't take better care of it, but working on that. I did find, as I went down to pick up my packages, that the Starlink box has arrived. This is Starlink inside this box. It was sent by a service that can't actually deliver to here. Estafeta. They don't deliver to this whole town apparently. But they did it anyway as a favor because there was no phone number on it that they could call, which is, I suppose, good. So they eventually got that to me. I don't know what else is in all these packages. Oh, this is a mouse, I think. I actually bought some MSG flavoring because I'm curious about it and everybody says how bad it is. But I'll do an unboxing on that later. And probably a whole video on just setting up the Starlink thing. That would be cool.
Javier, sí, que te vaya bien, que tengas buen día.
¿Cuál es este?
This is for the power steering.
Oh, power steering.
Yeah.
Oh, también importante entonces. Okay, so my transmission fluid was okay. I have engine oil, but I need to change it. He can't do it because he doesn't have the right pump. He added some brake fluid, but he ran out, so I have to go somewhere else and get some more added. We have to add about a pint of power steering fluid, and I know where to get all those things done. That mechanic's name is Don Monje, Miguel Monje. I've actually known him since I got here. He used to help out the previous owner of my place, and really nice guy. And I asked him how much I owed him, and he said nothing, you know. And I said no, that's not okay. And you know, he said no, I don't need anything. And I said no, I got to pay you something for your time. And so I gave him 100 pesos, 250s. And he said, oh, one is fine. And I said, you take it for a beer or something. So he's a hard guy to pay. And in general, that's true here. People really want to help you out. And a lot of times they try not to take money for help. But I told him he's a doctor and I'm ignorant about cars. And so I need his help. And so I'm happy to pay for it, which I am. Very fucking happy to pay. And now, since I'm already in town, I'm already here, I might as well get the oil change. Oh, and the leak is still happening, so that's not fixed. But as long as it doesn't run out of water, as long as I keep putting water in it, then nothing bad's gonna happen. And so I might just improve my taping job, and then I do have to find a plumber who can somehow circumvent the heating system entirely. Well, this is great. Town is damn near empty, and it's 10 o'clock. I hate it when town is busy. I can't get anything done if it's busy. All right, I got other shit on my list too. I could buy some food too. I haven't been able to do that for a while. I'm tempted to buy coffee, but I'm really low on money. And so coffee has been a luxury I haven't been willing to buy for well over a year. No coffee. There's only one place to buy good coffee in town. Now, I did say that I wanted to get a pizza maybe, but the pizza place isn't going to open up for another few hours. So what do? I could always celebrate with a chicken, although I don't know what I'm celebrating exactly. Any other kind of food than what I eat would be just great. Let's see, the chicken place does have chickens almost ready. That is pretty cool. I could always get tortas, which I love, and they're always available. So the question is, do I get my oil changed right now? And the answer to that is yes, I do. No, also because some of the other fluids were a little bit low and they can just top me off. And it's a quiet day, so yeah, I'm headed out there. That is a good idea. And maybe I should get a torta now if I can find parking. See, town, even though it's not a busy day, it's still busy. Look at that taco stand over there. Things are really busy. Just that one street wasn't busy. There's no parking on this street at all. Fuck. Man. And it's impossible to get through this street. Like, look at this. It's like they have big trucks, badly parked vehicles, blocked parking spots from businesses, quite a few. And I can just barely scrape by here with inches on either side. Who the fuck is beeping? Shut the fuck up. Here's a blocked intersection, so I can't go through that. This town has terrible, terrible traffic, and it's a tiny town. You know, I think I'm just going to get the fuck out of town, get my fluids fixed. Although I would really like something to eat. How can I get something to fucking eat? Oh, sorry I'm cursing. I'm not sorry at all, actually. It's a fucked up day, but it's getting better. And I have more food now, and somehow I'll be able to... There's got to be food down here somewhere. Somebody's got to have food. Come on, food. And I'm getting some problems fixed at least, but this is just a great warning shot that I'm in far too fragile a position. Anything that goes wrong and I'm screwed. So I have to get this project fucking functioning or it's over. Because I just keep running into problems like this where I'm almost dead, you know? Either literally or figuratively. Usually figuratively. Alright, well, there is no food up here at all. Zero food. How unlike Mexico. And the refaccionaria is open, so I'll go talk to those guys. Oh, and my van is still steaming, so I am losing water out of my bad seal. So maybe these guys can actually seal that better too. Okay, so my seal on my tube is pretty bad. And we're going to get the other fluids topped off. That's cool. Get the engine oil changed. They suggested that I have to go to Pátzcuaro to even get a plumber to make a tube for that. But that would be better. And I said I'm not going to Pátzcuaro. So somebody here in town could make me one. And I don't like to give up too easy on a day. So I might go talk to a plumber. But the thing is, the thing that they're going to have to hook it to is plastic. So we'd be making a U, cutting the tube, and then putting the tube in that, and then tightening that back up. It's not that difficult. So somebody here should be able to do it. Right over there, about a block. So we'll find out if that's true or not. Well, I'm in good care at least. These folks are nice and know what they're doing. It will cost 850 pesos just for the oil change. So that's over $40 for the oil change. I don't know if that's valid or not, but it is a huge vehicle. I mean, it is a big van. And so maybe that's a perfectly valid price. And I'm not going to go shopping around. Of course, I should have a big list of all the services for vehicles in town, and that'd be useful for other people, if I ever have other people here, to know how to get stuff done. Because I used to get a lot of stuff done. I used to be very motivated. I was going to build a really cool place. And I just got beaten down so many times, and I got robbed and betrayed, and I just got tired. And so I was figuring it all out, and maybe it's time to figure things out again, because things have improved. When I moved here, there wasn't even a gas station. There's a gas station over there now. When I moved here, a lot of things were harder to get done, and now they're easier to get done. And now I speak Spanish, so that helps a lot. Although any conversation has a word I've never heard, there's a lot of them I don't know, you know, like with car stuff. So those guys really didn't think that my brake fluid was too low to bother adding any. They added half, probably of a pint, to the power steering. It is interesting here that they use the metric system and the imperial system, the English system, for measurement. And so the maps say that everything is, you know, only imperial system in England and the US and maybe Australia or somewhere, is false. It's a mix in Mexico. And they gave me the rest of the pint. They said, keep it. So I should learn to check my power steering fluid. It seems like a good thing to have. But now I'm going to go to the metal place over here. And I'm going to have them try and make that copper tube some kind of a U that can circumvent that whole system of the right and the left heating system in the van. And they're very busy people. These are the best herreras, metal workers in town. And so this should be a cake problem for them, if I can get their attention. Well, Paro says that he might have a manguera. It does sound ridiculous that in a whole town that they don't have a tube, you know. Now, maybe he has a different kind of tube. Maybe it's not tough enough. Might blow again. But at least next time I'll be smarter. Now, we did talk about other ways to reroute it. Oh, there's another one down there I didn't notice. That's really interesting. Huh. Yeah. So it's a little more complicated than I thought. I mean, I don't even use heating or cooling. So I just soon bypass the whole thing. If that's possible. I bet that is. El otro de calefacción central es este, muy probable.
¿Cómo?
Hay uno abajo aquí, yo no vi.
Ah.
Y muy probable, ese es por calefacción central. Y este es izquierda y derecha. Wow. Pero sí, si podemos cambiar el tubo es el más fácil, ¿no? ¿Ese es el tamaño correcto?
Yo creo que sí.
Yo creo que sí.
Yo creo que esa es la medida.
Yeah, okay.
Sí.
¿Tienes un desarmador?
Sí.
Okay.
Ponlo allá.
¿Adentro?
No, aquí afuera.
Ah, ok. Más cerca.
Ahí cerquita.
Ok. ¿Y con punto allá? ¿Como atrás del blanco o qué? ¿Como con punto allá, atrás del blanco? ¿O aquí al lado? Ok.
Dale la vuelta para que quede la trompa para allá.
Okay, perfecto. All right, so we're back to the original plan. because this tube down here is also leaking, and maybe it was caused by this other leak. Like maybe the vapor hit that tube, and so I'm thinking all these tubes are going to go bad, you know? And this is a complexity of a system I don't need. I don't use heating at all. So now we're talking about just removing both of these things here and then making a piece of metal, probably iron, I guess, Fierro's iron, I think, and then making a U that connects those two. That would be really cool. We're going to wait till it cools down. Cool. Okay, new plan. We took out the regulator for the heating, and we're just going to connect the intake to the outtake, skipping the entire heating system entirely, which is awesome because all these tubes are old. They're all going to break. Even these tubes are going to break later. And so all we have to do is get a connector for these two right here, right in there, and then skip the whole thing. But this whole vehicle, I need a new vehicle. And maybe I need an old new vehicle. One that isn't complicated. One that doesn't have computers in it. I need simple vehicles. So, 'cause I don't know anything about this. And I don't have a backup, which sucks. But this guy's really smart. He's a really nice guy. I've known him since I got here as well. Since something's always going wrong, and they can make anything out of metal. They can make kids' toys. They can make terraces and stairways and all sorts of stuff. So I think this is the best solution. Just reduce the problems. This was the regulator that was on it. It was connected up to an electrical thing. Yeah, that's totally corroded right there. And this is what was deciding whether or not heat goes through it based on the switch in here. Well, that switch hasn't worked anyway in years, so even if I used it now, it wouldn't affect anything. Hopefully it wouldn't burn anything out or catch on fire. No, it wouldn't catch on fire because the water's not being heated at the heater. Yeah, lots of tubos. God damn. I need to get all the stuff I need to be a good person, an official person. I've gone too far out. It sucks. All right, that worked great. I turned it on. It did not explode. I'm never turning on my heating. I mean, I haven't turned it on anyway in years. I think I should just duct tape over the entire temperature system so no one ever tries to use it. Could be part of it even works. I don't even know. I never tried the rear part, but I don't want anyone turning anything on, touching things. So I'm de-stressing a little bit here. I got my products from Amazon. Very excited about that. I have a couple more products going to arrive, but they're not important. The guy is charging me now to receive products for me. Before he was doing it for a random tip. Now he charges me 150 pesos, about $7, for me to come down and receive a number of packages. I received like 4 today, I think. This is good. This means I can go home. I think I'm undernourished. I think I have nourishment problems. And so I think I should try and buy at some point some fresh fruits and veggies and not just leave them out for the rats to eat, which is what I've been doing. Because I just don't do it. I don't feed myself. And I think it's some kind of sexism or something where I just don't feed myself. And I used to get really skinny sometimes. I think I got down to 155 or maybe lower at one point. I got a picture of me with my ribs sticking out. I'm not that bad because lately I've been eating pasta, which is boring. It's not good pasta. So But I have cans of beans and stuff. So I don't know. It depends on how town looks, but I want something to eat. Oh, sometimes there's a lady in Yotatiro that makes tortas, but the problem is I don't know if she's going to be there. It's really random, and she might not have bread. And I want something, just anything. It's now 11 o'clock. Pizza place is not going to be open. I'm not going to wait for it. But damn, a pizza would be great. I mean, that's like a fantasy. It's been a couple of years since I had one of these pizzas, and I think about a year ago I had a pizza from a nice guy in Pátzcuaro. Alright, but I gotta de-stress. I definitely need food. Something I might like. Chicken is okay. I don't even like chicken on the bone. I like it better than nothing. So maybe I'll drive through town. I'll see what parking is possible. Let me look at my fucking list here. I also want a phone card, but the place I tried to get a phone card at says they have to send it to a whole nother town across the lake to get it activated, which is not very good. I could copy keys. If I don't have a leak, I probably still have enough radiator liquid and I can fill it. So that's still on the list. Why does this say upload dog food? Oh, it meant unload. I already did that. It was very heavy. Alright, so thank you, dude. Thank you, other dudes, for helping me out. People here are very helpful. That guy also, he said I said, how much is it going to cost? He said, 50 pesos. That's like $2.50. I gave him 100 pesos. And also called him a doctor, I think. Because these folks will just help you out with small things for nothing. They make their money off bigger things. So, I gotta go. Alright, so I got some tortas. That'll be my luxury food. It's not that exciting, but it is my favorite one. And probably healthier than pizza anyway. But I didn't want to keep hanging out in town waiting for pizza. Didn't buy any alcohol. Didn't buy any cigarettes. I have been smoking cigarettes sometimes lately, which I think is just awful. So hopefully I can keep making a decision not to do that. And hopefully, I don't think I should drink any alcohol unless somebody brings it to me. I don't think I should buy any, especially since I live on donations and other nefarious things. But I feel like, I don't know, I think I drank enough alcohol in my life at this point. I've drank more than anybody else I know, and I have evidence of that. I'm sure someone else managed to live drinking more than I did, but I mean, I've drank a lot. I'm very alone in the woods, and I have, what do I got here? I got about half a beer left. And I bought some bananas and 2 chile gueros. I could have bought some onions, that'd have been smart, but I just want to get in and out of there. I don't like going into town and being exposed to diseases. And I know that people have various reactions to that, but that's my decision. I want to create a community and a group of people who have very, very low risk transmitting anything between each other or having anything transmitted to them. And I want to, in a sense, live in a survivalist community. And I want that to be a model of how that can be done. Because I think there is more interest than just me in doing that. And that's going to take a lot of work. And I know people will be critical of it, but I don't really care about other people's thoughts on shit anymore. I have some toilet paper. I did buy some rat poison because I'm really sick of having large rats living in my house that I can hear every night. And I'm against poison for a variety of reasons. The least of which is the comfort of the rat. But my greater concern is that my puppies will eat the rat and be poisoned as well. But I don't think that's going to happen. You know, I just don't think it will. I can avoid it probably, and I can put them in buildings that are far from where I go normally. But I have to regain control over my life. And although I am very pro-wildlife, I'm not in favor of all wildlife. So here's Coco and Boogie up here welcoming me to the gate. And if I'm going to have people involved in my life again, I have to have kitchens that aren't covered in rat shit and beds that don't have mice and rats crawling across people at night, which has happened, including to me. So, alright, so what's my heat look like? It looks like it's very hot in my engine. That's bad. I'm almost home. I smell a bad smell, so I don't know what's up. But I'm gonna go home, fill my radiator with water. My engine feels hot right now. And I still gotta fix my legs, really. I mean, it's been over 3 years since the accident. And I need physical therapy. I need to do physical therapy myself, and I don't do it. You know, I sit at my computer and think about shit, which is very valuable. And the things I'm thinking about are actually more interesting than they ever have been before. So that's exciting. Fuck, Jesus. Alright. Don't hit anything, please. Okay. I think the solution for not having to go out to the store all the time is to have goddamn near everything already purchased so that you never have to stock up so much. And this is not expensive. People might say, oh, I don't have enough money to stock up. No, you don't have enough money to go fucking shopping all the time. And you don't have enough money to run out of supplies when supplies have a problem, when there's a supply chain problem, which there always will be. There's always going to be some natural disaster that messes you up. You know, maybe you'll get injured and you won't be able to go out. You fucking fucker. Having one hand doesn't help either. What I need is a really cute camera chick, actually, would be better. Alright. Because just having to go into town, especially in a vehicle that is dying, and every time it's risky, and every time I go on the damn road, there's somebody driving across the yellow line in my lane. And around here, you could make a whole video game. This is a good idea, actually. You could make a whole video game which someone would try and be offended by, but it's not offensive. It's just reality. You could make a whole video game of driving in rural Mexico. You know, rocks across the road, a pile of sand and construction shit, meters from that. You know, donkeys in the road, horses playing in the road. Little girl who you certainly don't want to hit on her little moped thing or whatever she's got, or bicycle. And so the number, the list of hazard types would be quite long. And you could have different things occur. Yeah, my engine is running like super hot right now. I never even look at that meter. But I'm feeling pretty good. I made it home after, a fair amount of stress, starting from, I think it was the day before, I don't know, it was 3 days ago? I don't know how long ago my hose busted. But I have a real solution, hack solution, that seems like it's gonna work. And now I just have to make sure I don't relax, because I actually have food now to eat, and I'm fairly clear-headed. I've given up on most of humanity, but that means that there's part of humanity I have not given up on, and I really need to focus on them and cut out all the other people. Cut them out of my life. Never have to talk to them. Never have to serve them. Never have to have them fuck my life over again. So that means I have to very carefully look for people who have really good ethics, who have personal control, which I don't know how much I have anymore, so I'm not sure if I'm even qualified to be part of a community I would try and create. Oh man, I'm so tired. Mentally and physically exhausted. Town is just hopping. At first I thought it was going to be a quiet day in town, but town is a busy place. It's fine, I love it. I love that town so much, but I don't want to ever have to go there. I don't want to ever have to do anything there. Or if I do have to do anything there, I want to choose the timing and get it done in bulk, and I'm not sure who this video is for. I think it's probably for people who can see it after I'm dead. Realize what a fucked up person I was. But I think it's educational also to figure out, to break down what are the various problems. God, if this fucking gate is locked, I tried to get keys copied also. No, it's not locked. It should be locked, but it's not. But I tried to get keys copied in town, and of course they don't have the fucking template for the fucking key, so I can't even get a really basic key made. I used to be able to do that at that exact hardware store, but it changed hands, which also pisses me off, because I like the previous owner quite a bit. Fuck! Alright, can I do this? Almost home. And I have to remember to dump water in the radiator before driving again. Not right away, because it'll overheat. It's overheated right now, and it'll spray hot water on me. But I have got to take care of this van. And then I have got to figure out how to get enough resources so there's other vehicles on the property, whether they're mine or not. I might be fine with a little ATV or something, but there has to be ways to get shit done around here, because I cannot do it all. It's not possible. I'm far beyond my limit of what I can accept as a human being. My body's exhausted. I'm exhausted. I need fucking real roads you can actually use. At the moment, they're not that bad. But during the rainy season, you can't even use them because they're too slippery. Hi, fuckers. Oh, my puppies are down here. Get out of my way! Fuck you! Get him away! Get him away! Get him away! Well, at least I listened to that. I realize that's not that nice sounding, but, you know, yelling at puppies. But it's a lot better sounding than the last squelch of a puppy as it gets squished under my fucking wheels. Well, my day's not over yet. All right. Got a lot of shit to unload. And I don't know when I'll try Starlink out. But that'll be fun. That'll be a whole video right there. I don't have enough solar power to power it, I don't think, and power a computer at the same time. I could probably power it enough to use my phone, which would actually still be useful. Not very useful. Oh, man. Hi, the cute puppies. Here's the cute puppies. Hi, cute puppy. Yeah, you guys are great. Yeah. Oh, the cute puppies. Yeah. You have a nice day? Did I abandon you? Yes, I did abandon you. I got shit to do. Yeah, I can smell my engine. It's really hot. That is not a good sign. I don't know if I've made a fix for my problems or not. Let me pop the hood real quick here. Check it out. Even my hood popping lever thingy's broken. I can't even fucking check my engine easily. Hey dogs, get away from me. Alright, well I'm learning about cars. Oh, this is really hot. Jesus. Okay, let's take a look. There's a little bit of liquid on the new connection. Well, I'll get a screwdriver and tighten that up a little further. And I'll check my radiator later and make sure it's full. There's brake fluid all over my brake thing, which means the caps either weren't put on right, or when we added it, it poured on it. So I need all of my fluids checked. I should check my engine coolant thing. I was told that I don't need antifreeze here because it doesn't freeze, and it doesn't freeze. Not a real freeze. Okay, get away from me. No, get the fuck away from me or I'm gonna pee on you. Jesus, fuck. These puppies are a lot, but that's okay. I'm gonna be a little bit meaner to them, and they will learn how to adjust to humans and me and not be whiny little bitches. No, get away. I've had good dogs in the past, but you have to, you know, set your boundaries with them. And you do that with women too. My God. That's why a lot of people are pissed off at women, is because they don't have the same boundaries as other humans do. Are you chewing on my leg? Don't attack my fucking pants. I got enough problems. That's Baby. She's my favorite little new puppy. For sure. She's so cutie. Oh, she named Baby Nena, is her name in Spanish. And she's the smallest one. Except now that I have these puppies, Frida's actually smaller than the puppies. Alright, do I need to unload anything right now? Yeah, I do. Alright, I can carry at least one bag. Fuck. I can carry 2 bags. I can carry 3 bags. I can do something. Alright. Oh, I have my tortas. Holy fuck. Oh, I'm going to totally eat those tortas and leave all this shit in the car. Most of it. Well, I'm going to try and figure my life out so that I can actually have a good one again. Because the way it is right now, I don't want to be in it. I think about that every fucking night. I don't want to exist this way. And increasingly, people hate me the more I publish online, which I guess is fine. Since I say things that are obnoxious, like that we're all going to die and that we're destroying the planet. But I don't really care if I piss those people off. They're all going to die anyway. I'd like to figure out how we can define some ethics and... Get off my feet! Define some ethics and ways of being that actually make a better world. And train people just like we have to train dogs. Because if they don't, either we're going to have to kill them or they're going to kill us. Sounds like a little bit of hyperbole there, but it's not much. All right, where the fuck are my keys? God damn it. Fuck, I hate going into town. I really hate it. I love going into town. I love town. But I don't like going in because I have to, because there's a fucking emergency. And right now, today, I had more COVID exposure than I have had since COVID started. Because people don't care anymore. I need to get shit done, so I'm really close to them. And that is a very, very bad thing for me. I do not want to get COVID. I don't want to get it once. I don't want to get it twice. I don't want to keep getting it. I know that a lot of people think that's bullshit. I do not give a fuck what they think. They're evil, mean assholes, both the vaxxers and the anti-vaxxers. Although I'm against mandatory vaccination. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. Get shit out of my pockets. And I hate jeans at the moment. All my shorts are ruined. I'm going to get them washed and sewn up. So I can wear shorts again because it's sunny out. God damn. All right, well, thanks for whatever hanging out with me, listening to me bitch about the world. I'm hoping that all of my frustrating process I've gone through for the last years since 2004. Oh man. That's the key. These are the keys I tried to get made. I did not want to lose those. The reason I tried to have them made was because they're the most important keys I have. That's not true. I have other keys that are really important too. That's another thing. In Seattle, I ended up owning only 2 keys. My car key and my office key. And my house even had a combination on it. I was down to 2 keys. And now I probably own 600 keys, many of which are copies. The number of locks I own is probably over 100. Easily. Yeah. For gates and doors and sub doors and all this shit. It's extremely annoying. This is not the simple life. This is the complex life. It's the opposite of just living in the city. And that's why I get pissed off sometimes when people from the city tell me, what to do. And that everything's just this glorious, wonderful thing out in the forest for me. And it's not. It's the fucking opposite of that. And all I get are these assholes from the city wanting to come here and be part of this wonderful free thing. And it's like, no, I'm not going to fucking pay for your life. You useless piece of shit. You maggot upon the earth. No offense, but that's you, probably. Oh, I need a torta. I left my quarter beer outside. And it is stressful just having no options if anything fucks up. If you're in the city, everything's easy. I mean, I can't even get a locksmith. If I forget my keys and lock my key out of my van, I'm going to have to smash a window. Ooh, I still have a half a beer here. It's not bad. One of my solutions is to come up with a list of questions for people who think that they want to be part of some community that's vaguely similar to this, but unnamed, not this one. Because if I tell them who I am and they read what I am about, then they will just say to me, they'll just regurgitate what they think I want to hear, and then I'll be fooled because I'm a fucking idiot. And I believe in people and I have faith in people. I'm a softie. I'm easy to take advantage of. So if I instead make a whole list of questions that people answer and not give the answers just that I want, but have them be able to answer wrong, then I can choose the people who actually share values with me. You know, I can cut out the pseudo-spiritual fuckwads who are trying to control everybody with their personal godhood. Or find the ones that are compatible with mine. I understand the irony of all that. It's no problem. Oh, because people will tell you whatever they think you want to hear. That works that way for sexual stuff too. For people trying to couple up, is people will lie to you to manipulate you because they want to fuck you. And that's what's happened here. Is I've been fucked by a lot of people. Not sexually, but fucked over by a lot of people who tell me what I want to hear. And they lie to me about their skills. They lie to me about their interests. And all their interests are is taking. That's it. They're vampires. And I've had way too many hundreds and hundreds of experiences with that. Some of them more difficult than others to put up with it. I can't deal with it anymore. And I recognize it so clearly. If I can write all that up in a intelligent way, I can even help people maybe protect each other, because I think that the good people in the world are being taken advantage of. That's true at the family level, at the intimate level. It's true in organizations. It's true in government. It's true internationally. It's true interculturally. And we have to identify what those problems are and destroy them. I mean, one weird example that I'm not an expert on, that's why I use it as an example, is the Indian caste system. What a piece of shit system. Anybody who is a loyal Indian to their culture, to Hinduism, to Islam, should be completely against the caste system. It's just terrible. You're born into being a bad person, and you can't use toilets correctly because of that. You're actually infecting your population. That is such crap. and that's not uncommon. That is true in every civilization that I know of in the entire world, except those people on that island who don't like anyone. I like those people. I'm not going to go visit them. They don't want visitors. I don't blame them. Well, I guess that's all I got for the moment. I gotta check in on my computer, move these videos, wonder how bad I look, because I know it's not good. But at least I'm documenting my life and sharing it with you, and maybe you can learn what not to do. But don't be confused and believe that you do know what to do. Don't believe that for 1 second. Your delusional views of community are poorly informed, probably, and have been tried before and failed. Or they're evil. Don't be evil. See you later. Good luck.